Hey guys, what's going on this morning? We got a lot of fog. A lot of fog, a lot of fog. We just got out here. We're going to run some drones today and do some testing on a few drones before I go back to work Wednesday. I'm not ready for that, but anyway, I was going to fly drones early, but we got so much fog out here that we can't even see right now, so we can't. But and I'm sorry, my videos, fire chats are still not loaded. They're like only halfway loaded. I don't know what's going on. Sometimes they take forever. I don't get it. But we're gonna launch some drones in a little bit. Hopefully as soon as this fog lifts, it's just so thick you can't see nothing. Look at that. Can't see anything. But what I wanted to go over, as y'all know me, I always go back and read old things, right? So remember, allegedly, these are my opinions, my theories, my speculation, all a big alleged bubble, so don't take it as fact. Do your own research. Y'all's comments, y'all's alone, not to reflect the channel. We do our research together. But, I went back and on the Sebastian Rogers case, trigger warning, guys, times 100 million, but I went back and was looking at the last update, right? I tried to check the last three. Stop! Somebody's coming across the field. The last three updates on this thing. Stop! And I don't know who this is. He's not coming with me. He's on a weird shirt and like no sleeves, no nothing, walking in the fog. But it's one of these things that you have to take into consideration that there is like at least, I don't know, at least two. Ruby, stop! He didn't do nothing to you. Quit it. Morning. Yeah. Ruby, stop! He doesn't want to play. Quit. It's foggy, right? Bad. Anyway. It's really foggy. Sorry about that, guys. This guy just randomly came across here. I don't know where he came from. But anyway, guys, that's what I'm saying. Always watch your back. Thank God I got Ruby always watching my back, because he came across this fog and I never even saw him. He wouldn't have got close enough. Ruby would have not let him. But back to my update before I was interrupted. I was reading that last one on the birthday. And if y'all pan down there a little way and read that, about maybe in the middle, where it's kind of in parentheses and it's a small little paragraph. It says that we have canines and drones ready and we go. Y'all notice that? Ready and we go? Why not ready to go? Ready and we go. And why would you have canines and drones ready? What are you trying to say? Because then if you pan down to the very bottom of that thing, it clearly states, we are not ruling anything out, not even foul play. Okay. So that tells me pretty much what we've all been thinking. Not all, but a lot of us have been thinking this whole time. Something bad happened that night. And somehow, some way, I feel now, to reading it again and again, sometimes it helps to read things 2 or 3 different times. But when you read it again like that, and you think about it and you ask other people, hey, what do you grab out of this? What do you grab out of this? Ask your husband, ask your wife, hey, what do you make of this? The way that they worded it. We have canines, we have drones on standby, and here we go. That is a little bit different than, and maybe it was a typo, but I don't think so. I think what they're saying is as soon as the tip that breaks this case open comes in, they're going to go find him, right? Or as soon as they get a tip of where he is, they're going to go. But why drones? And why canines? Like, you're not going to use canines to go rescue someone from a house. You're not going to use drones to go rescue someone from a house, right? Why else would you need canines and drones? Because you're searching for someone in the woods. And I don't know what is, it's I don't know what to make of it other than it kind of goes with the same little quote from the landfill search, right? To me, that's exactly the same kind of way that they put it, right? We're disappointed in the outcome. We were hoping for closure. Like, if we kind of really take what they're saying, even if it's this little bitty paragraph like that, it's telling a story. It's clearly telling a story. Dodging the Tinkerbell lights, Eric Craddock kind of, and I respect that. He needs to hold those things close to vest, but for some reason it didn't get held close to vest. It got out. And oh my God, it's getting worse. Look at the fog. Ruby, you see the fog? But, it is, I don't know, guys. It's really, like, me, I try to figure out any little detail I can that might make sense, that might tell us something, right? That's part of doing research is to go back and read some of these things over and over and over again. And that's what I'm doing again. And I'm getting a little something from it different than I did the first time I just kind of panned through it, right? And now that I think about it, it is clearly like, why would you need canines and drones? Why'd you search the landfill? Why are you hiding and covering for the Tinkerbell light video? Why are you debunking the green hoodie so fast when you haven't done anything else? You haven't debunked anything in this case but the green hoodie. Nothing. Why? Is it relevant? Does it have meaning? And if there's a truth that this person is no longer with us, why? Right? Like something, I don't know. These little, and I get they're going to keep things protected. I get that, but come on. They're a little overprotective in this case on evidence. And so, they also state in that little article that they have some things that they cannot release at the time, at the moment, right? We cannot release them. We cannot release him on his birthday, his 16th birthday, which to me is always probably one of the most special besides 18 birthdays. 16. Driver's license, you get excited, right? You're 16, right? Why don't they just come out and say, this is what we have. We're not getting anywhere. Can y'all dig? If they would do that, clearly, it's so foggy. Clearly, the true crime world, we dig and we dig and we dig. So, if they would just put out a few more things instead of just hinting around the bush and basically letting us know, hey, you got drones and canines ready, ready we go. Like, ready you go where? Like, where are you going? Alaska? Philadelphia? The Bower Sox backyard? I've always said there's a lot of brush back behind their backyard. Where are they going? To Yogi Bear? To Easy Days? To halfway to Memphis? I don't know. Where are they going? Are they going total opposite direction? Right? Total opposite direction. Where did they go? Where did they take this young man? Where is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers? That's the question. Where is he? And why do you need drones and canines? There's something that really got me is thinking about that. And it's not really thinking about it, it's thinking about the way they put it. That's what got me. Because it is a little different. And and then now all this stuff coming up with Seth's on the run, and he was just on Nancy Grace. He's not on the run. That we know of. I mean, I don't see FBI most wanted posters saying he's on the run. I don't see any of that. So I don't know about any of that. I'm just wondering if this thing's just going to completely flip upside down. And Makes you wonder, right? They're not clearing anyone. You know, in Monkey Vaughn's case, they came out and cleared that parents right away, right? Well, not right away, but pretty soon. They didn't let him go almost a year and still not be cleared. Can you imagine what they feel like knowing they're not cleared? Do they feel like they're caught? Is this a way of saying, we got you, we just don't have everything yet? Right? Because clearly they keep saying every little update, we're not ruling anything out. Now we're not ruling out foul play. You know, why don't you just come out and say that, hey, we think foul play is possibly involved in this case. Give us a little something more than, we don't know. We don't know. We don't know. Shit. Excuse my language. This is a now 16-year-old child out of Hendersonville, Tennessee, with special needs, autism, on the spectrum. No medicine now, almost a year. Can you expect us to believe that this child is stuck somewhere after this long? I don't think so. Whatever happened, happened that night. And it either happened at 10 p.m., which a lot of people think between 9 and 10 p.m. I think a lot of your profilers also feel that the 9 o'clock and the 10 o'clock hour that she talked about so heavily is when whatever happened, happened. But just say that she did give him too much medicine. Even if if it was an accident, which I know you don't accidentally, parents don't accidentally give their child too much medicine because you write everything down. I mean, I'm not one to even take Tylenol, but if I do, I write down when I took them. And anytime I used to give my kids medicine when they would get a cold or get sick or whatever, I would write down every single time I did on a little yellow pad. So I would know exactly what time they received their medicine last. I'm not saying that they did that because he took the same medicine every day, but when it comes to sleeping aid, write it down. You know, and I don't know, did she carry a tablet, did she not? Why was the trash can so heavy? Because that is a red flag. I know a lot of people haven't really talked much about, they've talked a little bit about the trash can being heavy, but not really like, why could it be heavy? Why could it be so heavy? If it really was that heavy, you know, allegedly, why would it be so heavy? Was it electronics? Was it, I don't know. Was it something totally different that we're missing here? Is there something that we're missing here? Was that done on purpose? And that's what I'm feeling. I'm almost feeling like they put a lot of weight, she put a lot of weight in that trash can for a reason, to throw them off. That's what I'm starting to really grab from it. And I haven't talked about that before, but I did want to bring it up this morning on this foggy morning while we were waiting to fly drones. I was so excited, and now I'm stuck in the fog. But did she overweight that trash can on purpose? Because I feel like they found their trash. So whatever was in their trash, law enforcement's got it. Just like Rex Sherman, they got his pizza box. Just like Brian Koberger, they got the trash from the neighbors. Like, there's some trash snatchers, right? FBI is some trash snatchers, but it does solve a lot of cases. So what's the deal? Where is this young man? Was this trash can overweighted on purpose to throw them off? That, you know, that's time consuming. Maybe they were looking at like the Leilani thing, right? 2 months in the lamp. Maybe they thought they would buy themselves a couple of months. Maybe they thought that. But evidently they keep really good records because they were only there for a short time. So they must keep really, really good records there. What are you sitting down for? There's nothing there, is there? Yeah, I guess so. I don't know what you found this morning. I came out here to fly drones and you already hunting. But, all right, it's right here by this brown thing. We'll come back to it. All right. We'll come back to it. All right. Because we got to go back this way where the drones are. And we're parked. You can't even see, but that's where we are. Go way down yonder way. In the holler, huh? But, you know, think about it for a minute. Go back and read that article, that update on his birthday. Just go back and read it. Read it 3 times. Slow. And see if you don't grab something from it. I did. I still don't get why they worded it that way. You know, like why would they even say we got canines and drones? Y'all are not looking for somebody y'all feel is being kept in a house somewhere. I don't think they've ever looked at this case that way. I think we have, because we have faith and we want him to be okay. But if you really break down everything law enforcement has put out, basically they think that it was foul play from the beginning. And they think that this young man just needs to be found. He's not out there alive running around. And that is heartbreaking. It kind of does knock my faith down. But my faith is strong. I still have a little faith that they could have put him up somewhere. But especially if this new photo is which I don't think that shows any person carrying anybody. It's possible. But it looks to me, you know what it looks like to me? Y'all remember when I took that Tinkerbell light and I overlaid it in blue? And it shows the outlines of like the concrete slabs on the homes and the sidewalks, and it shows that little drainage area that's under the ground. It's like a corrugated drain they put in. Y'all remember when I did that? I showed that photo a long time ago. When I changed the, overlaid on the light video to try to see what houses it was between, which you can clearly tell it's in the common area. And it's basically right up to their back door. That's what that photo looks like turned sideways. To me. Now, I don't know. I haven't researched it enough yet, but I'm going to. I'm going to take that photo and I'm going to take some overlays off of it and see. Like, if you work backwards sometimes, if it's possible to do, I'm going to try it. And I'll be able to see more. Now, if it ends up being that it is somebody, wow, because the angle, how would they get that close to them with the camera? I know that's probably zoomed in, but I don't know. It just doesn't, it looks to me more like the flashlight video turned sideways. But then again, I could be wrong, guys. I'm gonna play with it and see when I get in today and see. But I'm disappointed in these videos not loading, these fire chats. Normally they load quick, and I don't know, maybe if I load it, maybe I'm loading too many, because I loaded like 6 last night, and they were all loading around the same time, and maybe I overloaded YouTube. Oh, it's a piece of rubber. Oh, deer track. But I don't know, guys. If you go back and read all the statements from them, from the beginning of this thing to when they said they're relaying the message from the parents, because they didn't want to say, hey, we don't want y'all to talk. They were blaming the parents for not wanting to talk. Like, I think all that adds up into everything that they've come up with. And we know now that they got some really good footage. I feel now that they have so much that they know that he was taken out of that house unalive and that he's somewhere, and they need canines and drones to find him. And they're ready to go anytime that tip comes in. But to me, it's not about the tip. Get out there and find it. Right? And this goes back to them thinking law enforcement so much. In a way, that might have worked. Because any glimpse of hope that Ellie might have had that they weren't involved, that might have just made it about 5% stronger, because they did kiss ass so much. But that's all a part of their plan, I believe. Oh, y'all are so wonderful. Y'all were lined up down the block. Y'all were this, y'all were that. Thank you for the FBI reward. Thank you. Hopefully it'll bring Sebastian home. Thank you. First time you ever said his name in any statement you gave out. Besides, we love you. We want you home. You're not in trouble. Poor Sebastian. If he's out there, that's what he heard his mama say. Can you imagine what he's thinking right now when he heard his mama? That's all she said when asked that question. The $1 million question. Just think about that for a minute. We love you. Why not? I love you. I want you home. I don't hit you with a belt. I ain't beating you. I ain't being mean to you. I'm not starving you. It's mommy. I love you. I want you home now. Please, whoever has you, let you go. Let him go. Drop him off at a store. Drop him off at a mall. Drop him off wherever. Just let him go. I need my baby back. None of that. You're not in trouble. Sebastian, you're not in trouble. Come on home, buddy. You're not in trouble. Yeah, that's really begging for your son. Why you just laughed right before that looking at Chris and blurted out a little, like, come on. I don't know, guys. I'm frustrated. And we're fixing to head back up there in about 10, 11, 12 days. And we're going to be there for a little while, too, this time. We're gonna really break down some areas, and I might even go live this time up there. I don't know yet. I'm working on it. I haven't got live. I got to download. Everybody keeps telling me that the one with the duck on it, StreamYard, is not a good one. Some people don't like StreamYard. I know there's a few out there. I need to sit down and research them. I just have not done it. I've been so busy that I just have not had the chance. Right, Ruby, we've been busy. And, you know, we're constantly digging. And that's another thing. Any free time that I have, when I sit down under a shade tree and take a break or whatever we're searching, I'm researching. And it's just not enough time in the day. That's the problem. There's just not enough time in the day. Y'all know me. I'm usually up 19, 20 hours a day trying to get things done. And plus working full time. So it's hard. But, you know, like I said, I just wanted to chat a little bit this morning about it. And think about those things for a minute. You know, the landfill search was disappointed. According to Sonny, he was disappointed in the outcome of the landfill search. That's telling us one big red flag. Now when you go read that they got canines and drones ready, you know, to go, you know, here we go, or whatever, however they put that. Like, and then they're not ruling out foul play, and they put that at the very bottom. That's the last thing they said in that article, was they're not ruling out the possibility of foul play. That means to tell me that just like we thought, when day 8 is when the investigation started. And you know, the sad thing is from day 8 to now, there's still no arrests. From day 8 to now, Sebastian Wayne Jake Rogers has still not been found. That's heartbreaking. As big as this case is, and nothing, except for some videos, except for an FBI flyer reward, except for a bunch of drama and bullshit. Excuse my language. Even Ruby gets mad about it. See? She's like, I'll shake my head at that shit. Come on, guys. It cannot be this damn hard. I mean, it really cannot be this hard. Think about it. They're not that damn smart. They wouldn't go on YouTube acting fools if they were that smart. I mean, the crazy thing to me is everything they've done is a total opposite of what grieving parents and parents with missing children do. So how come I haven't even arrested them for that shit? Arrest them for something. I know you got something on them. Come on, Craddock. I know you got something on these 2, or these 4, or 5. But we know, Sebastian. You've said it out of your own words, Sebastian. You do not believe Sebastian walked out of that home on his own. Well, get the damn answers. You got the videos. You got everything. And I don't know. I just wonder, are they really doing their job? At this point, I'm really starting to wonder that. You know, I've always tried to hold them up high, saying I know they got a lot. And I understand things take time sometimes. But by now, Cellbrite, it's been a year almost. By now, all that shit's come back. So there's no need to say you don't have what you need. You have what you need. It's just, you know, and I understand that one shot does play a role. But you know what? We get it wrong all the time. That's how I see it. There's a lot of cases that we get wrong. But I don't believe we're wrong on this case. I feel like as much as is out there on this case, now, and I know new things keep coming to the light, and that's their plan. Guys, this is their plan, is to do this. All it does is throw more distractions out there. That's why I'm not buying into it. Because I'm not going to be distracted on this, because it's just not worth the distractions. I mean, how do you take a still image and I don't know. If that was the case, If that was the case, FBI would have arrested their ass a long ass time ago. When Secret Service was searching those videos and going over them and enhancing them, they would have arrested them. They would have found that. Do people not understand? FBI and Secret Service would have found that if this was the case. If they had clearly seen somebody, Chris and Katie, loading something in a blanket in the car, how do we know that that clip's not from when they were leaving to go out of town? And maybe it is, but maybe that's when they were loading up the camper to leave. I don't know. I'm just saying, they would have been arrested. If what they did on that, enhancements, and overlays or whatever they did, FBI would have done 100 times better than that. Go listen to Jennifer Coffendock. She'll explain it to you. The 3D imaging and all that stuff they can do to these videos to really clear them up. If that would have been the case, they would have had a crystal clear picture of their faces and they would have been arrested. And they're not. Yet. Let me throw the yet out there. Because I do believe that something's coming. I'm shocked that it's not here yet. We're almost at the year. But like I said, maybe they're going to wait till Katie's favorite date, February 26th. But all we have to do is just keep our faith. Keep searching for Sebastian. Not lose sight of that. We are his soldiers. We have to keep searching. We're going back up there. We're going to make our rounds again. But we're not going to be in Hendersonville area except for one day. We're going to a few different places around that way, more towards the Mississippi River. And then that park, that Seth search that he said he got a tip at in the very beginning, that park that's 100 miles from Hendersonville. I'm not searching that particular area, but there's an area right over in that area that I want to look at. An old construction site deal that's a project that didn't get done. They didn't have the funds to finish the project. So I want to go check some of these areas because you never know, if they had cranes there, a lot of people could know about this site. So anyway, guys, let's keep the prayers up. Keep the fight up for Sebastian Wayne Jake Rogers. I wasn't expecting that we're waiting this long for the fog to lift, but I just kept on yapping. Sorry for rambling in y'all's ear. It's just some of these things bug me, and the picture is almost painted. It's like you got to kind of really say, okay, they feel that there's foul play involved. They feel that he didn't leave on his own, so that means he was carried out of that home, according to what I'm getting from what they're saying in their statements. They put out a little here, a little there, and they do it so smallly that you have to really write it all down and go back and then really read it all at one time to understand. Take the 5 or 6 updates and write them down on a page and then go back and look at them and read them all together. And you'll kind of see, it'll paint a little picture. They feel that they're going to need canines and drones to find this young man. So I feel that they know the answers. It's just they don't have the right piece of the puzzle, but I think they know the answers. And it's truly heartbreaking because a lot of us have faith that he is somewhere. And I hope that they're wrong, but you can't go, you have to go by law enforcement and what they've said from the get-go, right? Of course it was a missing person, but then that really fast flipped. And everything went totally different on that. So that's where I'm at on it. Sorry I took 30 minutes of y'all's time this morning. That wasn't me and Ruby's plan, but we still don't have a clear fly zone. We're still in the fog, so we're waiting. But, let's just keep up the fight, guys, and keep putting the pressure on. But let's do it in a positive way. Like going back and writing down some things off of some of these interviews. Going back and listening to what the Popo's saying. Going back and trying to find anything that came out in the very beginning and read it. Because they held a lot of answers, like I said, in the landfill search. Nobody had ever brought up what Sonny had said until I did it. Of course, it was at the bottom of that article, but it clearly stated that. He was disappointed in the outcome of the search. He was hoping for closure. And I still think, I think that now that I think about it, I think she overweighted that trash can on purpose to throw them off. Just like the shoes, I feel like she tried every which way to lure them in the opposite direction. Right? And that's, I feel, part of their plan was to throw everybody off. Can you imagine if that had ended up being a 2-month landfill search? They'd have bought 2 months just from overweighting their trash can. 2 months of time they would have bought to take the attention away from them. Because if they would have been doing that, they would have been there from what? March 7th for just say March, April to May. They would have been there a couple of months, and that means they wouldn't have been really looking at anything else. They'd have been searching that landfill with every bit of manpower they got. I still think there's something in the landfill. I just don't think it's in that landfill. I think it's in the Bowersox landfill. Wherever their trash goes is where I feel the answers are, because she did take a 38-minute drive that morning. So she probably went and threw everything in the Bowersox trash so it wouldn't go out in her trash. They're not dumb. Now, she, I believe, weighted her trash on purpose, but I think she went to somebody else's trash can in a different area of town that morning and threw whatever she needed to throw away in another trash can. You know, if she, you know, was riding around by the school or something and there's trash cans sitting out, you can drive right by in a car and throw something in a trash can that early in the morning when nobody's outside. And nobody would have known it. Like, there's ways that she could have gone around this, and I'm trying to figure those ways out. So anyway, guys, y'all have a good day. It's 31 minutes of rambling. It's not clearing up yet, but I got some other things to cover, and so y'all be good, be safe, guys. Let's keep up the fight for Sebastian, Wayne, Drake, Rogers. Remember, allegedly, these are my opinions, my big alleged bubble. Don't take it as fact. Trigger warning times 100 million. Let's try to find the answers. I don't know. I think the Popo has the answers, but we'll see. We'll soon see. Anyway, guys, y'all be good, be safe. We love y'all, guys. We'll talk soon. All right, bye.